the young, and the restless spoilers. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City gossips. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the absolute madness that our favorite soap has served us this week. Grab a massive cup of coffee, settle in, and let's get right into the thick of it, because I have so many thoughts and I need to share them with people who actually understand the emotional roller coaster we are on right now. I am literally shaking right now. I just finished watching the latest episodes and my jaw is still permanently attached to the floor. I cannot believe they did that. I mean, we all knew that Mariah Copeland was eventually going to get released from the mental health facility. We have been waiting for this moment for weeks. But to have her very first major storyline back in the real world involve a direct collision course with Matt Clark. Are the writers actually out of their minds, or is this pure, unadulterated soap opera genius? I am so conflicted, I am so stressed out, and I just need to vent about every single second of this absolute train wreck waiting to happen. Let's just set the scene for a minute. The week of August 3rd kicks off, and we finally get that highly anticipated moment. Mariah is officially discharged. She walks into Crimson Lights, and the look on Sharon's face is just everything. I have been watching this show since 2015, and the bond between Sharon and Mariah has always been one of my absolute favorite things. Seeing Sharon light up, seeing that overwhelming motherly relief wash over her face when Mariah walks through those coffee shop doors, it was beautiful. For a split second, I actually thought we were going to get a nice, peaceful family reunion. I should have known better. This is Genoa City. We don't do peace here. Because, of course, right in the middle of this beautiful, tear-jerking reunion, Noah Newman has to completely ruin the mood. Noah drops the massive bombshell that he and Sienna Bacall are packing up and leaving town. They are officially moving back to Los Angeles. And honestly, I am so incredibly frustrated with Noah right now, but at the same time, I completely get it. The guy is traumatized. Matt Clark is seemingly everywhere. The man is like a bad penny that just keeps turning up, and Victor Newman relocating him to the ranch previously just proved that nobody in this family is safe from this psycho's orbit. And let's talk about Noah and Sienna for a second, because their relationship is entirely fracturing right in front of our eyes, and it is all Matt's fault. Remember when Sienna actually had the nerve to tell Noah that she thinks Matt has changed? Yeah, didn't work then, and it is definitely not working now. Noah is losing his absolute mind over the fact that his girlfriend is softening toward the man who literally lured them to a rundown gas station in Vegas, held a gun on them, and orchestrated a scenario where Nick Newman almost died of a drug overdose. Noah has severe PTSD from that night. So when he announces he is fleeing to L.A., he is running for his life and his sanity. He is trying to save his relationship by physically removing Sienna from Matt's manipulative grasp. But here is where the episode completely threw me for a loop. Noah is standing there in Crimson Lights, complaining bitterly about Matt, screaming about how the guy is a monster who hasn't changed and will never change. And then Mariah, sweet, fragile, just released from rehab. Mariah actually speaks up to defend the concept of change. She looks right at her brother and points out that change is entirely possible. She says that sometimes people really do change for the better. I literally screamed at my television, Mariah, no, do not defend this man. But then when you actually sit back and think about it, it makes total heartbreaking sense. I know some people are loving this twist, but personally, it shatters my heart because you have to look at the psychology of what is happening here. Mariah isn't really talking about Matt. She doesn't even know Matt yet. She is talking about herself. Think about what Mariah just went through. She suffered a massive psychological break. She kidnapped baby Dominic. She caused unimaginable pain to Abby and Devon. And right now, Devon is still so consumed by his unhinged rage that he is trying to take legal action to send her to prison. Mariah is standing there, fresh out of a mental health facility, carrying the weight of being the town pariah. She desperately, fundamentally needs to believe that people can do terrible things and still change for the better. Because if Matt Clark can't change, then in her mind, maybe she can't be redeemed either. She is projecting her own desperate need for forgiveness onto the biggest villain in town. It is brilliant writing, but it is so painful to watch. Naturally, Sharon and Noah immediately jump down her throat. They are quick to reassure Mariah, telling her, "You are nothing like him. Do not ever compare yourself to Matt Clark." And they are right. There is a massive, glaring difference between a woman suffering a severe mental health crisis postpartum and a calculated, manipulative psychopath who has terrorized their family for decades. But Mariah's brain is so fragile right now. She is looking for any evidence that a person can wipe their slate clean, which brings us to the moment we have all been dreading. August 7th, the official face-to-face meeting between Mariah Copeland and Matt Clark. I was dreading this. I was pacing my living room. I fully expected Matt to corner her, to say something incredibly menacing, to use her fragile state to get back at Sharon and Nick, because that is what Matt does, right? He finds your weakest link and he exploits it. But they completely flip the script on us. When Mariah actually crosses paths with Matt, he isn't acting like the vicious, terrifying monster she has heard stories about. He is acting quirky. He is being eccentric, a little weird, and genuinely funny. He is completely disarming. And I have to admit, Roger Howarth is acting his absolute socks off in this role. He's playing this amnesia or changed man angle so perfectly that even I, a viewer who knows all of his crimes, found myself chuckling at his dialogue. And that is exactly why this is so incredibly dangerous. Mariah is standing there, bracing herself to meet the devil incarnate, and instead she meets this goofy, slightly offbeat guy who seems completely harmless. She is totally thrown off guard. You can see the wheels turning in her head. She is looking at him and thinking, this is the monster everyone is terrified of. He just seems like a misunderstood weirdo. Am I the only one who's absolutely terrified of where this is going? Because Matt is playing a very, very long game here. We know that Phyllis just removed his ankle monitor. We know that Victor is plotting a massive, ruthless revenge scheme against him. Matt is a cornered animal right now, and cornered animals are the most dangerous. He knows that Mariah is the daughter of Sharon Newman. He knows that she is vulnerable, isolated, and looking for a friend who won't judge her for her past mistakes. I can see it now. Matt is going to play the sympathetic card. He is going to relate to Mariah. He will probably say something manipulative like, everyone in this town hates me for things I can't even remember doing. I guess we are both outcasts. Huh? And Mariah, who is currently being threatened with prison by Devon and feels completely alienated, is going to fall right into his trap. She is going to start defending him. She might even become his only ally in Genoa City. And what about Sharon? Can we please talk about Sharon's perspective in all of this? My heart is bleeding for this woman. She has survived so much trauma. Matt assaulted her in the past. He recently held her and Noah hostage in that abandoned gas station. She is already completely stressed out because Nick just voluntarily checked himself into rehab to fight his drug addiction. Her son is fleeing to Los Angeles because he can't handle the PTSD anymore. And now she has to stand behind the counter at Crimson Lights and watch her fragile, recovering daughter share a quirky, friendly moment with the man who has tried to destroy their family time and time again. Sharon must be having a literal heart attack. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just focus on Mariah for a second. I am so scared that the writers are going to use Matt to ruin Mariah's redemption arc. We have spent years watching Mariah grow from a cynical cult member into a loving, fiercely loyal woman. Yes, the surrogacy storyline and the kidnapping completely broke her, but she did the work. She went to the facility. She got the help she needed. She is trying to get back to Tessa and rebuild her life. If she gets tangled up in Matt Clark's web of lies, it is going to destroy all of that progress. But then again, maybe Mariah is exactly what Matt needs? No. I can't even believe I just typed that. I am contradicting myself because this show has my emotions all over the place. Matt Clark doesn't need saving. He needs to be locked up. But the dynamic between them is just so fascinating. It is the classic soap opera trope of the two town pariahs finding common ground. I just hope Mariah is smart enough to keep her guard up. She even admitted in the episode that she is confused and a little angry about the encounter, so she isn't completely brainwashed yet. She knows the history. She knows what he did to her family. She just has to reconcile the stories she has heard with the quirky guy standing in front of her. I swear, if Matt uses Mariah to get to Sharon or Nick, I will riot. I will literally write a strongly worded letter to CBS. Nick is away in rehab trying to save his own life. Noah is running away to California, and Sharon is left entirely alone to protect Mariah from this master manipulator. The stakes have literally never been higher for the Newman Copeland family. So, what do you guys think? Am I overreacting? Or is this the most stressful storyline they have done in years? Are Noah and Sienna actually going to make it in L.A., or is their relationship already dead in the water? And most importantly, is Mariah going to see through Matt's quirky facade, or is she going to become his newest pawn? I need to know your theories, because my brain is spinning, and I cannot stop thinking about this. Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all tomorrow for another breakdown.